I used to think making more money would solve all three. It didn't. 5 books changed how I see money forever. I used to think making more money would solve all three. It didn't. A few years ago, I was earning more than I ever had. But my savings were low, my investments were random, and every market dip made me nervous. I wasn't broke, but I wasn't confident either. Then I started reading. Not blogs, not hot stock tips, books. 5 books changed how I see money forever. They didn't give me stock picks. They rewired how I think about earning, saving, risk and wealth. And today I'm breaking down exactly what they taught me. And how you can use those lessons starting this week. The psychology of money. Wealth is behavior, not intelligence. This book hit me hard. The core lesson is simple. Money is more about behavior than math. You don't need a high IQ to build wealth. You need patience. You need consistency. You need emotional control. Morgan Housel explains that. People with average incomes become wealthy. People with high incomes go broke. The difference? Habits. Here's the stat that changed me. If you invest $500 a month at an 8% average annual return, in 30 years you'll have around $745,000. Not because you're a genius, because you were consistent. Before this book, I chased returns. After this book, I focused on staying invested. Real-world action. Automate your investing. Stop checking your portfolio daily. Build a system you can stick to during market drops. Wealth isn't built by being the smartest person in the room. It's built by being the calmest. Rich dad, poor dad. Assets versus liabilities. This book changed how I look at every purchase. The big idea: assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Simple, but powerful. A car payment, liability, credit card debt, liability, a rental property that cash flows, asset, a low-cost index fund, asset. Most people increase income and increase liabilities at the same speed. That's the trap. When I read this book, I realized I was upgrading my lifestyle faster than I was upgrading my investments. Real-world action. Before buying anything, ask, does this make me money or cost me money? Even small shifts matter. Paying off high-interest debt first. Investing in index funds. Starting a side hustle that builds income streams. Wealth is built by owning things that pay you back. 3. The Millionaire next door. Wealth is invisible. This one surprised me. We picture millionaires driving luxury cars and wearing designer clothes. Reality? Most millionaires live in average neighborhoods, drive used cars, spend less than they earn. The book studied real millionaires and found most built wealth slowly, quietly, boringly. That changed me, because I stopped trying to look successful and started trying to be financially stable. In the US, nearly 40% of people would struggle to cover a $400 emergency, yet many finance expensive lifestyles. Wealth isn't what you show, it's what you don't spend. Real-world action. Increase your savings rate before upgrading lifestyle. Avoid lifestyle inflation when income rises. Track net worth, not just salary. Quiet discipline beats loud spending. If this video is helping you rethink how you see money, take 1 second and hit like. It helps this channel reach more people who need practical financial education. And subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this. No hype, just real strategies. Now, let's get into the book that completely changed how I think about work. 4. Your money or your life. Money is life energy. This book reframed everything. It asks one uncomfortable question. How many hours of your life does that purchase actually cost? If you earn $25 per hour after taxes and buy a $500 phone, that's 20 hours of your life. Not dollars. Life hours. When I started calculating purchases this way, impulse spending dropped fast. This book also emphasizes tracking every expense, understanding your real cost of living, aligning spending with your values. It's not about being cheap. It's about being intentional. Real-world action. Calculate your true hourly wage after taxes. Convert purchases into hours worked. Cut spending that doesn't increase happiness. Money is renewable. Time isn't. 5 atomic habits. Small habits build big wealth. This isn't a finance book, but it changed my finances. The core idea: you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Everyone wants to be rich. Few build systems. Instead of saying, I want to save more, shift to, I am someone who invests every month. Tiny habits matter. Auto-transfer money on payday. Review expenses once per week. Read 10 pages of a finance book daily. A 1% improvement every day compounds massively over time. Just like investing. If you improve your savings rate from 5% to 10%, that alone can cut years off your retirement timeline. Wealth isn't built in dramatic moves. It's built in boring routines. The big pattern I noticed: all 5 books share one truth. Wealth is not about income. It's about behavior. Let's recap the shifts. From chasing returns to controlling emotions. From spending first to buying assets. From looking rich to being financially secure. From spending money to spending life energy wisely. From big goals to small, consistent habits. Most beginners think investing is about picking the right stock. It's not. It's about staying invested, avoiding debt traps, increasing savings rate, thinking long-term. The average stock market return historically sits around 8 to 10% annually over long periods. But most investors underperform that because they panic and sell. The gap isn't intelligence, it's psychology. How you can apply this week? Let's make this practical. Here's your 5-step starter plan. 1. Open or review your investment account. 2. Automate monthly contributions. 3. Pay down high-interest debt aggressively. 4. Track your expenses for 30 days. 5. Read one of these books. Start small. Start imperfect. Just start. You don't need to double your income. You need to double your awareness. I didn't become financially confident because I made more money. I became confident because I understood money better. Reading gave me frameworks. Frameworks gave me clarity. Clarity gave me discipline. If you feel behind financially, you're not broken. You just haven't upgraded your financial mindset yet. And books are one of the cheapest ways to do that. If this helped you, share this video with someone who earns money but feels stuck with it. A friend, a sibling, a partner. You never know whose financial life might change because of one book recommendation. I'll see you in the next one.